जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हुरी की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस शिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस शिला भक्ति दैता माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंस शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सर्वम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंहदेव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदे हम श्री गुरो श्री जुता पदकमला श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपं सग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे Hare. Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. One week ago, last Friday, we observed appearance day of Sri Ramchandra Bhagavan and also our Gurudev. So I spoke about him and some topics. Anyway, it is unlimited topic, but some main important, like about my own personal experience, it would be proper to share, because out of gratefulness. And also one thing I want to say, what I spoke till now about my experiences with Gurudev and what I could experience by his grace, that does not mean that I am any advanced devotee or realized soul or something. No, that does not mean anything of those. I am fully conditioned soul, fallen soul, with all anarthas and with no liking for chanting Harinam. That is the real thing. But I was explaining these things or sharing these things only to show the glory of Gurudev, because it all happened by his grace. Being near him, such things I could experience by his grace. But then slowly that fades away, and I'm not well established in that. That was all purely his grace, causeless mercy. No any my sadhan, bhajan or something, no. My practice is very weak and my position is very fallen, so don't make any mistake about this point. So last time after the kirtan I spoke something, but maybe not all heard. When Gurudev was inspiring me to chant Harinam as a main practice, then he said, also when I was about to go to Vaikuntha in 2007 in Chandigarh, that time Krishna did not allow me, because I did not yet do Harinam. I did not chant Harinam. So Krishna did not allow me. So now I am chanting Harinam. Means Gurudev wanted to show by his own example that I'm chanting, so you chant. And he gave example of Haridas Thakur and also Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. So Gurudev always was speaking by his own example. Then one time in Delhi, I was with Gurudev, and I don't know what way, but I was there alone with him. Then he said, to get inspiration and guidance from Paramatma, that is not for all, that is more difficult. You need purified heart to recognize and to hear that like this. For us, we have to be in association of manifested sadhus, devotees. There is no difference between Chaitya Guru and Mahanta Guru. Means that Guru who is manifest outside, there is no difference. But our connection with Paramatma is more difficult. So we need this manifested sadhu sangha that will be more easy and more beneficial for us. And also one time in Delhi, 2008, there was Brajamandal Parikrama organized in our mat, but Gurudev did not go there from beginning. In last portion he went little, but before he was in Delhi, also I stayed there, and many devotees traveling like from different parts of India, they first came to take darshan of Gurudev in Delhi, and then they went to Vrindavan for that parikrama. So many devotees. Then I was also there sitting with Gurudev. Then when all got darshan and went out, then when room closed, then Gurudev told me, you all are thinking, and they are thinking, those who came, that we are taking darshan of Gurudev. They are thinking they are taking darshan of me. But actually, I am taking their darshan, these devotees. I am very fortunate. They are all going to do Brajamandal Parikrama. They have this desire and they have this effort to do Brajamandal Parikrama. So it means, it proves, they got the grace of Radharani. It proves. So actually, I am taking their darshan. And Gurudev was sincerely speaking, not acting like humbleness. No. He saw it like that. And he said, they got the grace of Radharani, so I am taking their darshan. And also in Delhi, one time Gurudev told me that Katanga Raja got ultimate goal of life in one moment. You can also get. If you do like Katanga Raja, you can get in one moment. Katanga Raja, you know, he was king, and demigods, they requested him to fight on their side against demons, and they won. Then they wanted to offer him so many boons: health, wealth, wife, weapons, position, everything. They said, what you want, we will give you. We're very happy with you. Then Katanga Raja said, how much long I will live? Then one astrologer demigod, he checked in his horoscope and he said only one muhurta. So that can mean one moment or 24 minutes or something, very short time. Then he said, then what is the use of all these things? You give me liberation from death. Then they said, that we cannot give you. Only Vishnu can give that. Then Katanga Raja immediately rejected them and went to take absolute shelter of Vishnu and got ultimate goal of life in that one moment. messaging. I will put in silent. Yes, so, and also one time in Ludhiana, I asked Gurudev, is it that I don't want Krishna or I am unable to do bhajan properly? Then he said, actually we don't want. We have so many other desires. Then Gurudev looked at in my eyes and said, you say, I don't want money. I don't want worldly relations. I don't want manpower. I don't want any kind of name and fame, or I don't want liberation. You say. And that time Gurudev was like a sun. Everything was revealed. Then I could see what I could not see before. That so many desires I have in my heart. I saw it. Subconscious, so many things there. Then I became a little ashamed. And I said, Gurudev, yes. But now what I should do? Then he said, you go on associating with pure devotees. Then one day will come in your life. Associating with pure devotees means to follow their instruction also. So one day will come in your life when you will be able to say from the core of your heart, I don't want na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim kapitam. I don't want anything. I only want you, Krishna. I only want you. Then that same moment Krishna will come to you. Same moment. He is always ready. One time also in Kolkata, Gurudev told me, it is not so difficult. Why? Because Krishna wants also. Krishna wants that we should come to him. He is helping. So it is not so difficult. Also Prahlad Maharaj, our Gurudev, said many times, he told to demon boys, it is not difficult to satisfy Supreme Lord. Only sincerely if you call him, then he will be satisfied. But this sincerity is lacking. That is the problem. So sadhu sangha is necessary in devotional practices. Then one time in Slovenia also, Gurudev was in his room and I came and he told me to help him to pack his one bag with his books and documents there. Not that traveling bag for cloth, but for like this. Then I was doing, but I was not so efficient in that. Then I don't know how it came to this topic. Suddenly Gurudev from that bag, he took out one notebook and pencil, means pen, and he draw one line like this, vertical line, and he said this. So this side is Radharani. This side is Maya. And you are here, like that line. This side Radharani, this side Maya. You are here. So if you don't want Radharani, means internal potency or service of Krishna, and you are attracted by Maya, looks very dazzling, like attractive, dazzling, means like in desert we see there is a clean sheet of water there. It is optical illusion, phantasmagoria, because of sun, that reflection is there to the sand, and then that gives impression like there is, at some distance, there is some clean water there. So it looks very attractive for animals, for humans also. Looks very attractive, and you are thirsty, you want to be happy. So it looks very attractive, very dazzling, that Maya, Mahamaya. One side is Yogamaya, another side is Mahamaya. But that time Gurudev said Radharani. I still remember. He said this side is Radharani. So if we become attracted there, then we jump there. Like insect. They're very much attracted to light, something very bright. So when they see fire, they become attracted and they enter into that fire and they die. So like that, we also enter into Maya by the misuse of our relative independence, being attracted by Maya. We think by enjoying this, we will be happy. He told me that time. And that is why we are conditioned souls. Then, but if you get sadhu, sangha, and you understand mistake, and you become inclined to serve Krishna, then you can get real happiness, real water. Not illusory, but real. That life exists. And Gurudev was always tasting that. Because he's always in the service of Krishna, so he could also give to others. Then, there in Slovenia also one time, I asked Gurudev that it is many times said in Harikatha that in Sadhu Sangha we have to chant Harinam. Then I asked Gurudev, is chanting with Japamala also considered with Sadhu Sangha or not? Then Gurudev said yes. Because that Japamala was given by Gurudev. And his instruction is there. So that is also with Sadhu Sangha. And he said on some, I don't know how this came, but I remember that Gurudev said that like on some special days, like Ekadashi, Janmashtami or some special days, you can chant more Harinam. You can chant more, you can come up to 1 lakh, you can come, he was telling. Though one time in Kolkata, in Brajadham, I always repeat this also in Harikathas, one devotee asked Gurudev that I'm having difficulty to chant my rounds. And she was chanting, I think 64 or something, with this parikrama and everything. Then Gurudev said, the purpose of sadhana is remembrance of Krishna. That verse is there, smartabhyo satatam Vishnu, bismartabhyo no jatachit, sarve bidhi nishedasyur etayor eva kinkara. That the purpose is to remember Krishna, never to forget him. All rules and regulations, all prohibitions and prescriptions, they are servants to this principle. So Gurudev said here there are pure devotees, they are chanting. When we are doing parikrama, kirtan, they are chanting. And when we reach some holy place, then they speak Harikatha about that holy place, about Krishna and kirtan all the time. And this Kartik Brata also is there. We are reciting Shikastaka and Ashtaka Lila, everything. So if you do with devotees, then that purpose of sadhana will be fulfilled in this way, more than if you would avoid this and you will chant in your room alone with Japamala, then your mind will go here and there. You will not be able to properly chant But in association with devotees, if you follow these programs, you will get more remembrance of Krishna. Don't sacrifice this for that. And for this period, Brajamandal Parikrama, you can reduce your chanting of rounds for this period, because you are joining all these programs. And then when Brajamandal Parikrama will be over, then you can again come to your number when you will be alone. But here, don't sacrifice that, because this will be more efficient for you, more beneficial. So she did. And then same, she asked again in Chandigarh that I am having difficulty. Should I chant my rounds or should I go Nagar Sankirtan? Then Gurudev said, it is better you go to Nagar Sankirtan, because pure devotees, they are chanting Harinam congregationally. You will get more remembrance of Krishna, more connection with Krishna, as if you are chanting in your room with Japamala, because your mind is not stable. So these instructions also Gurudev gave. And so many others. Sometimes during Harikatha, I remember, then I share at that time. Then one time, one Russian devotee, that is still in YouTube, one video. One Russian devotee, before going to his own place, he had darshan with Gurudev. And I, like always, I tried to be present in such darshans to hear Gurudev's Harikatha. So there also I heard Gurudev explaining to him about how this is very strange in this world, these non-eternal relations, that those Vasus, they sons of Marichi, they were, I forgot details. That time I remember when that topic comes. I think they were sons of Marichi, yes. And they committed offense to Brahma. Then he cursed them that they will become demons. Yes. Then they were sons of Kalnemi Maharaj, who was servant of Hiranyakashipu. And then he did something for his own sons without taking permission of Hiranyakashipu. That was indiscipline. So Hiranyakashipu cursed him that you will kill your own sons. The next life, that Kalnemi Maharaj became Kamsa. And those sons became first six sons of Devaki and Vasudev. And it was Kamsa who killed them. So you see, first they were son of Marichi. And they were cursed. They became sons of Kalnemi. Then sons of Vasudev and Devaki. And then Kamsa killed them. And then when Krishna killed Kamsa and everything, all demons, then Devaki and Vasudev, Devaki requested, as you brought that son of your Gurudev, Sandipani Muni, from the place of Yamaraj back to his life and to your Guru, like that I also want to have my sons back, those 6 sons. I did not yet breastfeed them. Then Krishna brought them back. And before that, Devaki already breastfed Krishna. So now her milk was Krishna's prasad. Remnant. Prasad. So when Devaki breastfed them milk, then they were released from that curse. And immediately they were going away from Devaki. Then Devaki said, no, where you are going? Why you are going away from me? I am your mother, you are my sons. Then they said, no, Devaki, we are not your sons. We are sons of Marichi. So this is all non-eternal relations. We don't know whose son is whom, who is killing who. In one life, he is very affectionate, like Kalnemi. Even he disobeyed Hiranyakashipu for the sake of his sons and got punished. So much affection. But in next life, he killed them, hatred. And before, like this. And now Devaki also thinking they are but no, they say, we are not yours. So how this is all non-eternal relations? This is all actually illusory. It is temporary. This is not real actual relation we have. A real relation is with Krishna, eternal, and with all jivas in their real self. Our real self and their real self in relation to Krishna, that is eternal relation. But these bodily relations, that is all temporary and always changing. And one time you love, another life you hate, you kill, you protect, you maintain, you kill, you like this. And who is whose son? This not actual. So Gurudev was explaining this topic. It is still recorded there in YouTube, one video. Then Gurudev asked me, you heard about this before? Then I said, no, Gurudev, I did not hear, but it is very interesting, I said. Then Gurudev said, yes. Then he told to that devotee, if he will go by flight or how, said yes, by flight. Then Gurudev said, you chant Rishinga mantra before going. All the time you should chant. Then I also, when I went home after some time, I also, when I was in taxi going to airport, I was constantly chanting, like Gurudev said, constantly chanting Rishinga mantra. Then I also really, after some time, I lost all fear. I felt, yes, everything is all right. I was fully, no anxiety, no fear, no nothing. By that, by Gurudev's grace. And one time also, one devotee from Slovenia, through me, he wanted to ask our Gurudev, I was in Delhi that time, like what one should do for survival, like a job. He was thinking in his mind. Then I asked Gurudev, that devotee is asking what one should do for survival. Then Gurudev understood in another way at first. He said, there is fixed time. How much one will survive means this body, how much it will last, there is fixed time. And that also was very like pacifying for me. When Gurudev spoke that from his own realization, that was pacifying. There is fixed time is there. By our karma. Of course, Krishna, if he wants, he can change. For devotees, sometimes he changes. But otherwise, fixed time is there. Then I said, no, he meant like a job. Then Gurudev said that you have to ask some who is experienced in this field, and some devotees you consult, those who are household devotees, that what you can do, like for job earning money, some experienced persons, and how to manage with your sadhan bhajan and also with your job, because both necessary for household devotees. Then one time in Kolkata, I was, for a long time, I had this I had this question whether in our Siddha Deho we choose that rasa or it is decided or what. Then one day, for a long time I had this question. Then one time in Kolkata, Gurudev doing Tulsi Parikrama, that time in between Gurudev's Tulsi Parikrama, that time suddenly I felt that I am soul, I am Atma, I am Satchit Ananda. There was never a time when this Atma or I did not exist, because I was feeling I am beyond time. I could feel material energy is down and time is the part of material energy. But this Atma, and that was insubstantial. I don't know how to explain, but that whole material energy is existing, but it was insubstantial. It was not as real as Atma is. And there is no time when Atma did not exist. There will be no time when Atma will not exist, because that is beyond time. It is eternal. And another quality of Atma is this, that is a conscious being. So consciousness means has free will, can choose, can decide. And also it is Ananda, it is blissful by nature. But soul is Anusachchidananda, small Anusachchidananda, but it is Satchidananda. And for that Atma, for that sustenance, there is no need of this material food and this thing. No, that is by default existing, and by default it is conscious, by default it is blissful. There is no need of sense gratification that you will be happy or something. No, that is by default. No need. And there was no fear in that feeling of that. No fear. Impossible to have fear. Fear of what? Because that is beyond these things. And that free will is there. So then at the same time, Gurudev's letting me know, first you have to come to this basic realization of Swarup. Why you are, what to speak of then other details of Swarup for Asa and for what Seva like this. First you have to come to a realization of this basic realization of Swarup, that you are Satchidananda. Again, Gurudev that time made me understand that it is useless to imagine, to speculate, to think, to like this. No. You have to realize that is what has got value. But that time, that was a first level of understanding Swarup. And if that kind of prem is offered to you, you can freely, take that, you can choose if that is offered to you. That time I got that by the grace of Gurudev. I am not now in that realization, that is purely by Gurudev, but I can remember that. But I am fully in Maya. But that time, then at some other times, Gurudev also gave me some more glimpses of that Swarup Tattva, and that I don't want to tell here, but by the grace of Gurudev, some more glimpses about this point. And also I had in mind some few days back, Gurudev, because he was a Charya, so he was chanting Japa Malas for new initiates. And 2 rounds he would chant. This from this side to small bit, and from small to back to big beat. 2 rounds he would chant each mala. So if, like during Navadip Dham Parikrama, usually Gaur Purnima, there were many initiations, or after Brajamanda Parikrama or some special days, so Gurudev used to chant before already. So that time we were in Kolkata and Gurudev was chanting malas, like after prasad, noon prasad like this. Then that time my god brother, he brought one homeopathic doctor to Gurudev for like general checkup. And our Gurudev had faith in homeopathy and also in Ayurveda. He recommended also, and naturopathy, yes, this with diet and all these natural things. So Gurudev accepted, but the problem was that he was asking so many questions. When you were a child, what you like to eat, were so many questions about like 1 hour. Then Gurudev became disturbed and he said, no, I will not continue with this. And you know, our Bhajan Kutir of our Gurudev in Kolkata, in front of that there is one small room also. So that time I was doing something on computer there. And suddenly I saw Gurudev coming out from his room. That was not usual that time. Then I was surprised. I stood up and Gurudev was like very different kind, like little more reddish. And not looking anywhere, just straight and very serious. Then he said to Sevaks, you call Madan Prabhu, means the Sevak of Parang Gurudev, to open Bhajan Kutir of Parang Gurudev, means his Gurudev. So then Madan Gopal is his name, but Madan in short they are telling, he came and he was smiling because he understood that our Gurudev is doing some lila. It was like 2:30 p.m. something. Everyone's sleeping after lunch, and that Bhajan Kutir of Parang Gurudev also closed, and no one was there. Only few of us. I was in that computer room, and others were there somewhere, maybe 2 more. Then he came, I still remember that Madan Gopal Prabhu, he came down and very, very like a child, or something will happen. No, means our Gurudev doing some lila. Then he opened that Bhajan Kutir, and Gurudev, in those years, Gurudev would do only, in general, in front of deities or tulsi like this, he would do half dandavat because of his back and also on some matters. But that day, on plain ground, full dandavat Gurudev lay down to that painting of our Parang Gurudev, full dandavat. And then he started crying from the heart, started crying, and he stood up and went there near Gurudev, 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 and he was crying. I cannot explain that, how he was crying. And he was telling, I am committing offense to you. You engaged me in this service, but I'm wasting my time. I please forgive me. Like this, he was crying, really from the heart. And it was so intense that I was looking through that one small window is there in out of Bhajan Kutir. I could not breathe. That so thick was that atmosphere, that and such crying was there that I could not breathe that time. And it was very intense that Sevaks also, they were all surprised what is going on. Then Gurudev sat down and he was telling, you gave me this service, but I'm wasting my time. Please forgive me. And then he sat on the ground, plain ground, and he took his japa mala and he started chanting japa mala loudly, like he wants to make atonement, atonement prayashchita, like I did something wrong, so now I have to correct that, like confession, and then you get that how you can correct. So like that, Gurudev took japa mala and he was chanting, and some melody came. How he was chanting from the core of heart, and some melody came. I don't remember that melody, but it was some special melody came, and Gurudev was chanting, and 2 rounds chanting, and we were also repeating after him, but he was fully focused. Even before, when he was going inside, not looking anyone, nothing. Just he was fully focused, and then he was in crying, he was chanting those 2 rounds. Then again he bowed down. Then he went back to his room, and again not looking anyone. Just he was focused, not looking anyone. Then he closed doors, and we were all like shocked. And that vibration was there, like my body was shaking, really was shaking. Then I sat on that chair, and I was thinking, means I directly saw how Gurudev is fully surrendered to his Gurudev, that he is thinking, I am Gurudev's servant, and 24 hours servant, that Gurudev is only thinking, is always how to serve my Gurudev. All the time, only that service of Gurudev is there. Nothing, 1 second is not something else. That he's always in that relationship, and always in that engagement. And that even 1 second, he cannot deviate from that. He thinks that is like catastrophe. That I felt, what is Gurudev's life, he revealed that time. I could understand. Then in comparison, I felt that I have no surrender to Gurudev, no, nothing. I'm living my own life. I'm never thinking, I'm living my own independent life. I'm never thinking of Gurudev or Supreme Lord, never thinking their service, nothing. In comparison with what I just experienced, how Gurudev revealed that to us that time, because it was necessary for us. They understood. Oh, it was astonishing, actually. So that was also, and Gurudev many times there in Bhajan Kutir, in his last years, he used to go to his Gurudev's Bhajan Kutir, and I saw. And even if I say that absolutely surrendered, this word also is not enough. Absolutely. You cannot explain that with that words, how he was completely, or I don't know, there is no word of his surrender to Gurudev. And he was playing that pastime of like not remembering clearly, so he had it written on paper, that this Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, who is calling? Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and explaining some glory of Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, I remember Gurudev said Bhaktivinoda Thakur can give devotion, Krishna Bhakti to everyone. And then Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, something he would say. Then Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, because he was telling who is there in our altar in Kolkata Mat. Then he was telling Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and one day he told, those who have anything against Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, they will not get anything. That time I realized, by Gurudev's grace, I realized that because he is in his Nayan Mani Manjari in Golok Vrindavan, so if you want to reach there, how you can reach there by having anything against that paraphernalia there of Krishna, of Radharani? That is impossible. You may think about some imagination here, but that is not real Golok, no real service. Because by intellectual knowledge and by mental imagination, you cannot reach to transcendental realm. That is self-effulgent. It reveals to surrendered soul. Those who are inclined to serve Krishna, they can get service of Krishna and they can recognize devotion in others. Otherwise not. Even that Radha Govinda Das Babaji Maharaj, he is in the line of Prangopal Goswami. He was a great Bhajananandi, and he told to that Sadhu Maharaj, you have to go to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, take his blessing. Then Sadhu Maharaj told, already I got initiation from you, why I need to go somewhere else? Then Babaji Maharaj told him, don't speak like this. Now he is like Nityananda Prabhu, blessed by him and non-different from Nityananda Prabhu. You don't want to get the grace of Nityananda Prabhu? You should go to him. You should get blessing from him. That is Nityananda Banksha, that line, he recognized. Also, our Srila Bhakti Rakha Kshidardev Gosai Maharaj also told, he Shakti Avesh Avatar, empowered by Nityananda Prabhu. And Srila Bhakti Vichar Jajavar Gosai Maharaj. These are our line, but I'm telling from another line. Or Binod Bihari Babaji, also recognizing Swami Maharaj. This is what he did. That is not possible without God's grace. Without God's will, that is impossible. So those who are real Bhajananandis, they may be of other lines, but those who are real devotees, they can recognize devotion in another. If you cannot recognize, means you are not having. Only intellectual knowledge and mental speculation, imagination. That will not nourish your soul, your swarup. So, why I was telling this, I forgot. Yes, our Gurudev, how much he was surrendered, that is beyond imagination. And I realized that I have no any surrender to Gurudev. Living independent life, not caring for Gurudev at all, nothing. So, yes, this I was explaining. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, he said, those who have anything against him, they will get nothing. Why? Because Gurudev knows who is Prabhupada in Golok Lila. And Gurudev himself is in Golok Lila. So they know these things. And then he also came to his Gurudev and spoke something. And then he said, this Guru Parampara is there. Parangurudev, Prabhupada, Gorkishore Das Babaji, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Jagannath Das Babaji. And then he said there is Jagannath also, photo was there from Chagda, our mandir. And then he spoke something about Jagannath, and also he spoke about, then he said Gaurango Mahab. No, Gaur Nityananda Prabhu, Ditis also are there separately situated. And also main altar Gaurango and Radha Krishna, Radha Nayananath. Then Gurudev would give Jai to all, because not always Gurudev would go down to take darshan of deities down in first floor. But one day, when usually from Tulsi Parikrama, when he was going back from balcony, then from balcony there in that direction he would give like this, Dandavat from up. But one day what happened? One day Pujari closed very early did this. And then when Gurudev was going and he saw it is closed, then he became angry. He said only for like they want to quickly take prasad. That is why he closed very quickly, because there is bhog offering, there is arati, then you have to put them to rest and everything, then you close, and then you take prasad. So Gurudev understood. Only he wants to take prasad. That is why he closed before I could take darshan. That is not good. But then Gurudev went to his Gurudev's Bhajan Kutir, and there he spoke. I was there also present. There he spoke. By taking darshan of my Gurudev, I am getting darshan of everyone. Means all altar and everything. Why? My Gurudev revealed that his object of worship from his own heart, he revealed Guru Gaurango, Radha Nayananath, Gaur Nityananda Jagan. From his own heart he revealed that. Everything is inside him. So, by taking darshan of my Gurudev, I am getting darshan of all. He explained that time also that was new for us. But Gurudev revealed, we could not understand. But he was angry on that Pujari because he closed too early, and Gurudev understood it was for some other purpose. So that is there are so many other personal experiences I had with Gurudev. He said, all are good, I am bad. How we can understand this? They all are instrumental in the hand of God to bring me the result of my action, which is good for me. So all are good, I am bad. I did bad actions. So what is happening that is good for me, Krishna is giving. And they are instrumental in his hand, so they are all good. I am bad. If with this mood you can chant Harinam, then you will quickly purify everything and you will get darshan of Supreme Lord. If you can be in that mood, not blaming anyone. All are good, I am bad. But sincerely, if you see this, not blaming anyone and sincerely chanting Harinam from the core of heart, then you will get everything. So today I want to stop here. If in between I will remember some other pastimes and teachings of Gurudev, that is also coming between Harikatha also. And that there also when Gurudev was in a wheelchair and not like in external, then all Vaishnavas, senior devotees, Acharyas and those, they all said that now your Gurudev looks looks inactive outside. But inside he's very active in Lila. One time also I got one glimpse when I was in Kolkata during those times that where is Gurudev? Golok Vrindavan. There Krishna is in the center and all are serving him. That is Golok Vrindavan. And Gurudev was fully in that platform, not any connection with this material world. That by some glimpse I got, that time understood what Gurudev was saying all the time, but that time I got some glimpse what this means. What is Golok? We are thinking of some nice trees, some birds like this. We are imagining like this world. But the point is, where Krishna is in the center and all are serving him. And it is very beautiful, very pure harmony, and very natural. Very natural. Everything is very natural, and that is reality. What we are, this experiencing this world with our material vision like this, that is all insubstantial. That is reality. Golok, Vrindavan is reality. And reality is this: Krishna is in the center, all are serving him. So I am, this is for many days, I am observing the appearance day of Gurudev. Yes, now I remembered what I want to say. One time in Mayapur, my god sister, she had one issue in her life and she did not know what to do. And she was asking me my advice. I said, how I can say I'm conditioned soul, I don't know anything. Realized bona fide Guru can give advice according to our situation. So you pray to Gurudev. That time Gurudev already disappeared from this world. And I said, but Gurudev is eternal. That also I felt in his samadhi there. By his grace, I got that experience. I told her, you pray to Gurudev for guidance. Then she said, no, I don't know, I'm not qualified for this. I said, you go on, you try. No, but I don't know. I said, you try. I will also pray for you. Then she said, okay. Then many days passed and I was praying to Gurudev, but no any reply came. Then on the appearance day of Parangurudev, Uttana Ekadashi, Kartik time, in the morning time, Mangalarati, first thing, Mangalarati, that opened Parangurudev, and I felt that time Parangurudev's like revelation was there, and it was like he was like unlimited ocean of mercy. Not anything of this world. That is divine person, and it was like unlimited ocean of mercy. You cannot explain that. You need to get that. Unlimited ocean of mercy, and one part of that mercy is our Gurudev, not different from Parangurudev. That time I realized that Gurudev and Parangurudev, there is no any difference. And that time also I understood why these samadhis are same building, because there is absolutely no difference between them. So one part of that mercy is Gurudev, and then Gurudev replied that question for that our god sister, and one question also was for me. I had also one issue that time. So Gurudev gave both replies, but he showed that I am that mercy of Parangurudev, means there is no difference. That time Parangurudev, it was his, everything is he, but it was not Parangurudev who was giving reply, but Gurudev giving reply. But I had to get that experience that Gurudev is not different from Parangurudev. No difference. And that reply I got, then I told her I got. Then I told her and she accepted, and from that time on, that problem was solved in her life. Something with parents and husband and children, and something was there, much this and outside pressure and distance so much. After that, she accepted, and then everything solved automatically. No any pressure, no any nothing. So if our Parang Gurudev is divine person, unlimited, then and he is a disciple of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, then what we can say about Bhakti Saraswati Thakur? If his disciple is divine, unlimited, transcendental, disciple of Prabhupada, of course Prabhupada is Prabhupada, but some are actually blind. They cannot recognize. So I am very grateful to our Gurudev that by his personal presence he gave me some, like in shop when you go, there is some new article, some new food or something, then they give that, we say degustation or something, like free sample. You try it and then you will be encouraged to buy. But they're giving for free some samples, small things. So like that I feel Gurudev, by his causeless mercy, he gave me some glimpses. I don't deserve. It is not because of my surrender or my bhajan or something. No, it was purely his causeless mercy to encourage me. But that is keeping me, because there are so many people who are speaking against our line, and this is wrong. That is all wrong. They have worldly interests and these things, and they cannot recognize devotion. But that is very unfortunate state. What to do? When they can realize by the grace of Krishna what they are doing, then they will understand. But I am grateful to Gurudev that he gave me some, not only like some scriptural knowledge, but also some glimpses. So those glimpses prove that what is there in our Guru Parampara and where we are headed for. So I am going down to the lotus feet of Gurudev on this occasion of his appearance day celebration. For many days now we did, and I am praying at his lotus feet to kindly forgive all my offenses which I did to his lotus feet, knowingly, unknowingly. Sometimes I did some wrong also. I disturbed with my false ego, with my ulterior desires, everything. But Gurudev is all merciful. And also I'm praying for the service of his lotus feet and the lotus feet of his object of worship. That is our Parang Gurudev Prabhupada, our Guru Parampara, and Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna. Then tomorrow we will continue with Bhagavatam reading. That is also order of Gurudev. He told which books to read in our programs. So now we came also to Bhagavatam, and also one time in Delhi, when I was in his room, he told me, like again by his own example, he said, I need 2 times Harikatha in a day. 2 times. I need. Means I am like fallen soul or practitioner or something. Then Gurudev, in order to give example to me, he said, I need 2 times Harikatha in one day. Need. Then that time Gurudev was telling me that I should read Bhagavatam. He said, but you should not only read when in our meeting programs, when we are having in house, now we are online, but in that he told me, you should read Bhagavatam, but not only read. you should also explain. That Gurudev many times he told me, that time also for Bhagavatam. So I'm trying what is coming by Gurudev's mercy, that is there, but I'm nothing. So what is coming by his mercy, that is for my eternal welfare, for my devotional progress. So tomorrow I will try to follow his instructions. It is for my own eternal benefit. Also, one time Gurudev made me understand. He wrote one article and he gave it to me. And he said, you read it, you understand it, and you make others also understand. Always Gurudev would encourage me to do for others. I have no such inclination, but Gurudev many times he pushed me that I have to help, but I have no capacity, only by Gurudev's grace. So then when I took that article, and then when I was already going out, then Gurudev told, some will think and some will not. Means some will be able to accept and some will not. This is always in this world, that you will have such jivas and such jivas. Those who have no sukriti, they will not be able to accept. Those who have sukriti, they will be able to accept. So you should be aware of this. It is your duty to explain, but you should know that not all will accept. So you should not be disturbed because of this. Like Prahlad Maharaj, he tried to make his son devotee. Prahlad Maharaj is pure devotee Uttamadhikari. And he, by his own example and by his instructions, he tried to make his own son, devotee, but failed. But Prahlad Maharaj was not disturbed because of that. He thought, I did my duty to him. My service to Krishna was, I did my duty. So he was satisfied with it. He had no any ulterior motives. I did my duty, but because this son is having so much demoniac samskaras from his past lives, he is unable to accept it. And Prahlad Maharaj accepted, and he did not beat his son, force or anything. He has free will and these bad samskaras, so he is unable to accept, and I did my duty for the service of Krishna, and he was fully satisfied. And because he did like this, really with love, with compassion, though Birochan, his son, could not become devotee, but he regretted, oh, my father is trying so much, but I am so bad, I cannot become devotee. My father is trying so much, he regretted, I cannot become devotee. Then this had effect on his son, Bali Maharaj. Then Bali Maharaj became great devotee. So nothing is in vain. We have to try, but target is to satisfy Krishna, and knowing that result is not in our hand, and some will accept, some will not. Now two more pastimes of Gurudev prepared. Maybe tomorrow or some other day I can tell. Jai Gurudev ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. If in our Guru Parampara there is no Diksha, as some people wrongly think, then why Jagannath Dev from Puri Dham of Jagadish Pandit offered his seva to our Parang Gurudev? For Archan you need Diksha, so why would Jagannath, Supreme Lord, offer his service to someone who, according to some, has no Diksha? That is all foolishness, nothing else. Not only this Jagannath, but also of Tripura, Agartala Jagannath, that one also offered himself to our Parang Gurudev Seva. Supreme Lord offering. So, why? That is all foolishness. You should reject that foolishness. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango Gandharvika Giridhari Ji ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatatatmak Shri Gaura Huri ki Jai. Jai Shri Gaur Gadadhar Prabhu ki Jai. Gaur Gadadhar, they are worshipped by Baninath, Dvija Baninath, Brahmin Dvija Baninath. He is a personal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Same time living, Dvija Baninath, Parshat of Gaurango. He established Gaur Gadadhar Dittis. Gaur Gadadhar is Gaur Gadadhar. Why these Gaur Gadadhar Dittis would offer their service to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur? Why? Supreme Lord is committing mistake or what? That is all foolishness. Jai Shri Gaur Gadadhar Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango Shri Radha Nayana Nath Ji ki Jai. Jai Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Jagannath Dev ki Jai. Jai Patit Pavan Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Srila Parang Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Shri Rupanuga Guruvare ki Jai. Jai Shri Panchatattva Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Brinda Devi Tulsi Devi ki Jai. Jai Sarvabhigna Vinashanakari Shri Nrishingadev ki Jai. Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Brinda ki Jai. Jai Samagata Bhakta Brinda ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Gaur Pramanande Hari Bol. Thank you all. Dandavat Pranam. Hari Bol.